What if you start with a radical and you need to go back to fractional exponent? Well, it's pretty simple if you know the other way, right? It's just vice versa. So now we're going to take a radical expression and convert it back to fractional exponent. So you can imagine that the base, whatever's inside that radical, is going to still be the base for your fractional exponent. So you're just going to rewrite that base. And then we're going to move the left number, which again is called the index. This number right here, the 3, is going to be the bottom of our fraction. Just like before, we took the bottom of the fraction and made the index. Now we're taking the index and making the bottom of the fraction. And then whatever the exponent is, and I'll explain this. The 4 right here, it can be inside or outside of the radical, and it's still the exponent, okay? Let me actually show you what I mean by that. It could be written this way. That's the same way as it's written already. In other words, it doesn't matter where you put the exponent, it's still the exponent. So I just wanted to clear that up. All right, but it is the exponent, so it's going to become the numerator of the fraction. And that's it. Okay? So in other words, if we read this out, what we're saying is the cube root of x to the 4th is the same as x to the 4/3 power. Like I said, once you get into the groove of this, it just becomes kind of like a habit. You see this index and you'll know it's the denominator. You'll see the exponent, you know it's the numerator, and you can convert it really quickly. All right, let's move on to another example. All right, what would be the base for this example? Yep, x squared plus y, okay? Because it's under the exponent. So I'm just going to write out the base, x squared plus y. Okay, now we do need to put in parentheses because otherwise, like the exponent would just go to the y, right? But we know it goes to the entire base. What's going to be the denominator? Yeah, good. And the numerator? That's it. So those two things are equal. That's all we have to do. Make the index the denominator and the exponent the numerator. And again, like I said, the b can be outside of the radical and it won't make a difference. If the b were up there, it would still end up being in the numerator of the exponent. All right, now let's do a negative one. We're going to go ahead and write out the base, which is still just x in this example. All right, it says make the left number the denominator of the fraction. Well, what is that? Yeah, you already seen that. So when it's just square root, you have to actually kind of put the 2 there, and that way we know it becomes the denominator of the fractional exponent. Okay, and then we can make the exponent, which in this case is -5, the numerator. And here's where step 4 comes into play. We got to take that negative exponent, make it positive, and put it on the bottom. So the answer is going to be 1 over x to the 5/2. So even with fractional exponents, you can make them positive, flip them, and put them on the bottom, and that's going to be your final answer.